What's up? Welcome to No BS Affiliate Marketing. Welcome to No BS Affiliate Marketing
with your host,
Andy Mattis,
Pascal Kurz. What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in again. In today's episode, we've got another infamous guest here, Joel. We've met in our journey in affiliate marketing, and Joel is fucking crushing it. So, yeah, we thought, why not bring him onto the shows? And here he is. So, first of all, thank you so much for having the time to jump on this call with us. Episode, not call. And why don't you tell us how you got into the affiliate marketing space, a bit of a background about you, and yeah.
Okay, cool. So it's a bit of an interesting story. It's a long story. So back in 2012, I had actually winded up in prison. Well, again, but for the longest stretch of time. As I grew up, I was not, butterflies and rainbows by any means. I grew up pretty rough. I grew up, going in and out of jail. I was on drugs. I was drinking a lot. I was just doing a bunch of dumb stuff. But, 2012, they locked me up. They gave me a long stretch. They said, you are confined for 30 years. I got out in 7 because I made parole, but that was the one time in my life where, the forces of nature, whatever you want to call it, I don't know if you're spiritual or whatever, whoever's listening to this, but said, sit your ass down. That's what it said. Sit your ass down and think about what you've done. And I definitely did. I sat down for a long time watching my kids grow up behind bars, having to call them home, and it was tough. It was rough. But another inmate came to me, and he was a lifer. He's never going home, but he was very smart. He was very much like kind of like this father figure on the block. Like everybody looked up to him. He was somebody who was very enforcer kind of guy, big, huge guy. So you don't really say no to him, right? And he came to me and he gave me this book, and he handed me the book, and he said, you got to read this book. You have a lot of potential and you're wasting it. And I never read a book in my life. The last time I probably read a book was like, Where's Waldo in like 2nd grade. I'm not a reader. I'm like, yeah, I don't read books, but you don't say no to that guy. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll read it. So I grab it, and this book was called Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. So I sat in that cell that night, and I, to avoid him putting me in a headlock and like breaking my neck, I started reading it just so I could say I read it. But something happened. I started reading it, and from beginning to end, I finished it in one night. I could not put it down. It was like the words on the page were jumping out at me and like grabbing me word by word. It's like, you don't have to be this way. You were taught the wrong things. The school system screwed you over. The society screwed you over. Everything screwed you over. You don't have to be this person. You could be a successful entrepreneur. Here's how. And it changed my entire worldview. I had this idea in my head that I was like some loser. I was never going to amount to nothing. I believed it. And that's why I kept going to jail. That's why I kept screwing up. So when that idea was introduced to me, it just grew in my mind like a virus. I couldn't stop. The next thing I knew, I gave that book back to, big Mr. Boss. And I said, would you got anything else? And he's like, yeah, sure. I got some other stuff. I went on a binge. I was calling home. I was asking my mom to order me books off Amazon. It was like, get me more books. I got to learn more and more and more. I wanted to be like this business knowledge, have everything ready for when I came home, because I was sick of it. I was done. I'm going to come home. I'm going to be an entrepreneur. I started teaching other inmates in jail about business, about starting their own businesses. Many of them went home and started their own successful food trucks, their own successful barbershops, welding companies, all kinds of stuff. And they would write me, and we still talk to this day. They would write me and say all this wonderful things that they were doing. I was so excited. My problem was when I was coming home, I didn't have money, right? I had multiple felonies. I was probably not going to get a loan. I had no credit. How do I start a business? I have all this knowledge, but now what the hell am I going to do? I came home, I had $50 in my pocket that I saved up from my 17 cent per hour job. And I said, well, what can I do? And I had another book called Get Rich Click, not Quick, Click, like a mouse. And what was featured in there was this concept called affiliate marketing. And he talked about you can start it with no money. You can start it without running ads and paying for this and that. You're actually just helping other companies get traffic. That's all you're doing. And it was like, yes, that's what I need to do. I need to get an affiliate marketing. I need to go home, get a bunch of affiliate links. I need to get this thing started. So that's in a nutshell, that's what I did. I came home and I screwed everything up for about the first 8 months. I had no idea what I was doing. Tech stuff was like Chinese to me. I didn't know anything about funnels or anything about anything. But eventually, you try and you fail and you start to get it right. You start to figure it out, but it takes commitment. And I tell that to everybody. It's a commitment. The message is it's get rich quick and you can do all that. It's bullshit. If you're committed to it and you learn marketing, sales, you learn the funnels and the copywriting and everything. If you really are committed to this and you really want to become really great at it, it's life-changing. And that's my story.
Wow.
Amazing.
Inspiring.
Yeah. I love the part where you just told about the helping the other inmates and they've actually gone out and done something good. So that must make you feel really good, man.
Really good. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So I guess how long has it been since you, got out of prison and got into affiliate marketing then?
It's been a little over 2 years now. Like 2.5 years since I got started.
Okay. Okay. And yeah, you've obviously had an interesting journey as well, because you've managed to build yourself a 6-figure business. It's not many people that come out of prison and say, right, I just built myself a successful 6-figure business. So yeah, obviously you said there was a ton of kind of failure. I guess what were kind of the biggest lessons for you along that kind of journey? I know there's probably going to be loads, but
no, that's I could probably boil it down to one thing, and I say this to my private clients all the time. Probably the biggest lesson I can share with anybody: don't listen to what gurus say, watch what they do. And it's a concept that sounds so simple, but 99% of people can't do it. They hear a marketing message, they go in, they see an ad, they watch a webinar, and they're like, I better buy this thing. And it's like, no. Because you have to understand, the gurus are in a place of, and no matter how nice they are, even me, right? No matter nobody, even myself, the gurus are in a position where I have to make money, right? I have a business, but at the same time, I have to use the exact same marketing and sales tactics on you to get you to buy my stuff, right? So a lot of times the things that these gurus are pushing are junk. You don't really need it. They're trying to make their ads work, dial in, solo ad crap, and all this stuff you don't really need, but it's a necessity, right? And you're not paying attention and you're thinking, well, that's the solution. No, that's just them getting you to buy this thing so they can liquidate their ads, their funnels. You have to, it's kind of like watching someone drive a Ferrari, right? And you're like, wow, what a nice car. It's all, nice paint job. It's got a great engine. It sounds like vroom. It's, oh, wow, I want one myself. But until you open the hood and you look what's in there, what is it actually made of? What makes it do all that stuff? That's part of the commitment I was talking about. Getting really good at affiliate marketing. It doesn't matter, consulting, whatever, anything you're doing online. You have got to be able to open up the hood, look at why they're doing what they're doing. Why did they put that word there on the headline? Why did they say that in that video? What are they trying to get me to believe? Why did I buy that thing? I buy stuff all the time, but I buy it to figure out, why did I buy that thing? What was the message that worked for me? And I can take from that. I can use from that. I can learn some psychology. I can learn some stuff from it. This stuff is deep. And what a lot of people want when they get started is they want it to be simple. It's not. It's deep. And like I said, but again, if you're committed, change your life.
Mm-hmm. Very interesting,
really
as well.
Yeah.
When you learn to become a good observer, a lot of things start to pop out to you. For sure, man. And like you said, there's a lot of programs out there kind of selling something, but when you get behind the curtains, it's not really all what it's kind of made out to be. So I guess what advice would you give to people to, when they're coming into the space, to kind of look for signs, I guess, like that, so that they don't get burnt?
Okay, signs. Number one, probably look at what everybody else is doing, 99% of people, and do the opposite. Because if 99% of people are doing this thing and no one's seeing any kind of success, probably a bad sign, right? Everybody gets started and they're like, I bought that $7 thing that everybody else bought and I'm going to be a millionaire. Well, why isn't it working for everybody else? I don't know. Well, probably because it doesn't work. Like, that is a concept people need to understand for life, not just business, right? You want success? Do what everybody else is not doing, because most people aren't successful. So what most people are not doing is they're not getting a mentor. They're not getting someone to walk them through this process. They're not investing in the business and understanding that it is a business. It's not like this. Part of this is marketing, and I blame marketing. I blame gurus a lot of times because this idea that this affiliate marketing thing has been pushed to this level of this mystical unicorn that's like, as soon as you turn it on, you're just going to be a millionaire in the next 2 months, and all it takes is $10 investment right now. You know, somehow that's become the norm. So, and it's because people don't like to do work. And that, you know, you don't want to put work in your marketing. You don't want to put, hey guys, grind it out for the next 6 months and you're going to make this much money. Nobody wants to hear that. Everybody wants to hear, push this button and you're going to make $100 a day. And that's it. But it's just marketing. Anyone who like has half a brain and wakes up and understands, that's just marketing. But if you want to know how to really get it done, how to really scale, how to really get a business going, treat it as a business. Get a mentor, just like you would in real estate, just like you would if you're getting a franchise. You get someone who's already done it to walk you through it. Big tip I can give.
Straight up, no bullshit there, man. That just reminded me, because I literally jumped on a call with a lady, I think it was like last week. And yeah, she was like brand new, and I was just asked a question like, what was it that kind of attracted you to affiliate marketing? And she was just like, oh, like, you know, I love like the passive income. You know, you do it once, and you know, it keeps earning you money. And it's like, it's not quite as simple as that. You know? You can have that passive income, but it actually takes a lot of work for you to build things up to that point. So yeah, it's not that you just invest in some stocks, leave it for 3 years, and then put out 60 grand. Like,
right.
It requires work. So yeah, you got anything else to kind of add there, Pascal?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking to me. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Just on top of your point, I always tell people, look, in life, I'm very big on like life philosophy stuff with woo-woo. But in life, you can only get things done fast, get them done for cheap, or get them done right. Right? One of those three things. What the problem is everybody wants all three. You can't do that. You can get two. You can't get all three. Everyone wants fast, cheap, done right. I just had a call, since you mentioned a call, yesterday. And this lady on this call, she said, I said, well, what are your goals? Well, I'm trying to make sure I don't invest too much, but, you know, still I'm able to get to the income goal that I want to get to. I said, okay, what's that income goal? I want to make $1 million. I was like, okay. So you're trying to play it safe and stay out of this like weird danger zone thing that you don't want to get into, but you're not willing to invest to make sure that you get to this $1 million. It's if you look into a franchise, right? It takes $1 million to buy a McDonald's franchise minimum, right? But there's a reason for that, because it's a sure thing. You're going to get your money back, versus it takes about $1,000 to buy into a cruise planners or something stupid like that. Right? It may or may not fail. You know, it's like, it's so you can get things fast, you can get them cheap, or you can get them done right. And if you go the cheap and done right route, which a lot of people are like, yeah, I want it done right and I want it cheap, it's going to take a long time. You're not going to get it fast. You're going to have to grind. You're going to have to do organic marketing, a lot of free stuff, YouTube videos, Instagram, blah, 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 just grinding every freaking day, building this thing up. You want it fast, you have to get a mentor, maybe pay for ads, maybe get the thing moving faster. But it's all up to you. But people just have to be realistic with their expectations. And I get it, the marketing message, and like, well, no, I'm special, I can make it work. Everyone thinks that. Everyone. I thought that too when I first started. Yeah, that's everyone else. Everyone else is an idiot. They're paying like $5 grand for mentor. That's stupid. You know, like, why would you do? I'm going to figure it out all on my own. 8 months later, I made nothing. So you know, no one is no one is safe from that. Everyone has to go through the learning curve, and if you're committed, you get the right things in place, it will work, but you have to be realistic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I remember when I got started, I was, having all these unrealistic expectations. Yes, I'm gonna make money quick, all this shit, and just like you, a few months after, nothing. And Andy was the first. Andy was the first person to introduce me to realistic expectations, what it really takes. It was like, fuck, now I see it.
I can remember that. Like, I think it was maybe just as I signed them up, or just before I signed them up to that affiliate program. I think it might have been before. I just said it to him straight, like, if you want this to work, like, I can help you, but it's not going to be like a 30-day get rich quick thing. You got to put in the work, and he was all in, and just goes to show the results followed. But I guess it's strange for me as well, because like I hear all of these people, these stories, like I just wanted to do it for free, like, but. I guess I'm like one of those rare people. That was never ever the case for me. Like, I saw this guy. I knew this guy who used to live in the UK. He was like dead broke. He used to be my best friend. We used to go out and get up to all kind of crazy stuff that we shouldn't have been doing together, like when we were young. And like, he basically left the UK like probably about 8 years ago. He's basically been traveling the world since, like Thailand, been in all of these different countries, and he added me to this Facebook group, and it was just full of like 6, 7, 8, even like a 9-figure earner. So I was like, whoa, this is like completely new. And he was living with this guy called Bobby Stocks, who's like a 9-figure earner. And this is my friend who I was watching, who was dead broke when he's back in the UK, making a whole shit ton of money. And I'm like, damn, like, how would I not be paying close attention to what he done? Like, so yeah, I reached out to him. He was like, yeah, you want to join this program? It's $2K. And like, I was broke, like, but I found the money. I had to put it on a credit card. And made it happen. But yeah, man, if I would have tried doing that on my own, I still struggle. It's still, even with the mentorship, it still takes work. So like, it would have been bad if I tried doing that on my own, for sure.
Very true. I think another good point is that a lot of people in the beginning, myself included, we focus on the tactics. What is the best funnels that work? What are the best emails what are the and again, this is a big thing about getting mentors too, is that it's not the tactics, it's the skills. It's you, right? How good are you? I just had 2 days in a row. I had about 4 or 5 calls I closed. Most of them. There was one that didn't close, but that didn't happen overnight. That's not like some script somebody gave me that was like a magic pill, some tactical thing. I've had like 100 million kajillion calls at this point. So it's like you get really good at it. Nobody wants to have that pain of failure. Nobody wants to put the Facebook post out there and see nobody like it. Nobody comment. No, they don't want that. They want the quick fix. So like, how do I get that? Keep practicing, keep learning, keep failing. It's fine. You're going to learn along the way what works and what doesn't work.
Yeah. And now you've just mentioned that, I just want to quickly touch on something as well, because like, as you kind of said, don't watch what people say, watch what they do, right? Because I'm not going to name them, there's just a particular affiliate program out there today which literally says selling is heavy lifting, no selling, no recruiting, like, leave the heavy selling to the experts, right? And you look at the guys that are actually crushing it, right? The people who own the program, the people who are working, what are they all doing? They're selling, right? And then you look at what their affiliates are earning, and it's like a $50 commission. It's just like $100 commission, right? So I'm not going to name them, but I'm just straight up kind of exposing what they're doing, because like, selling is not heavy lifting. If you're telling me that you're in a job, you can't see, you're working 70 hours a week, you don't get to see your kids, you only get, any of you out there listening to this have children, you only get one chance to be a parent, right? So as Joel was saying, locked up in prison, having to watch his kids, like, I can only even imagine think what that's like, right? That's like 7 years you never get back with your children, right?
Right.
Like, if someone there has a solution to be able to give you that extra time with your kids, you're actually able to improve your quality of life. It's not heavy lifting. That's just selling someone a solution to their problems that will, massively. Don't watch what they tell you, watch what they do.
It boggles my mind how many programs get people to become what I call batteries. That you become the battery to power the program. And it's like, well, here's the solution: run a bunch of solo ads. Solo ads is fucking junk traffic to anyone who knows what the hell they're talking about. It's just a bunch of people on 87 email lists getting a bunch of spam emails, like, and then yours is coming. Yours is going to be mind blowing, and they're going to buy a bunch of stuff from you. Get the hell out of here. But they want you to click their link to, get into this solo ads thing because they get a kickback from that. They get affiliate commissions. And B, it's not their money, so they don't care. You're going to spend money on solo ads and hopefully bring them at least a little bit of good traffic. And it's so many programs that promote that. I could never, it's like I see the value in it as an owner of my own program, but I could never tell my clients, just go over there and pay for solo ads. I can't sleep at night. Like, there's a lot of gurus that don't give a damn. They don't care, and that you got to be careful.
It's bad. And that same program I was talking about, that just brings me on to something, because they talk about, we're helping you build your brand, right? And I can remember having a conversation with all these things, like, okay, so you're building your brand, but like, what are you actually selling? Oh, I'm not selling anything. I'm just building my brand. Like, you look at brand, McDonald's, they're selling fast food. Every brand, like, pretty much is selling something, unless you're kind of some, I don't know, celebrity, like, even like people in the music, they're selling something, right?
Yeah.
And then you look at all of their profiles and where all those profiles leading. The links on their profile, they're leading to the gurus' Facebook group. So exponential growth, all of the affiliates are building the mentor brand, not their own, and they're getting paid $50 commissions. It's just daylight robbery. It is just,
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
It is.
I see a new one that's coming up on the rise now that I'm a little concerned about. This is TikTok traffic. They're teaching TikTok traffic. Get on TikTok and record 5-6 videos a day and just dance your ass off and sell a $7 thing over and over and over again. But they don't teach anything else. So once you stop dancing around on TikTok, what do you have now? They don't teach you a real business. They just want, again, you're the battery to power the program.
Absolutely.
They get all the money. You're bringing them leads. Where are you at the end of the day? You're here just some TikTok dancer. And like the nature of TikTok is you have to keep posting, so you're screwed. So that's another one I'm concerned about. I understand it and I like it as a traffic resource. It's cool for fast traffic, but it shouldn't be your only strategy. And anybody telling you it should be your only strategy, be careful.
Yeah.
Good point.
And like touching on the brand, like, because there's a lot of programs out there doing this stuff. So like Pascal, for example, I started with building my own brand. I sold Pascal into an affiliate program, and, I helped him along the journey, right? But, people don't just kind of stay with one thing, right? They want to, after they get to a certain level, they want to progress, like, maybe kind of progress into coaching and stuff like that, just like you have, just like I have and stuff like that. So when I made that transition, because I built my own brand and I was focusing on helping Pascal, he followed me and, joined my program, right? So if you're not actually focusing on building your brand, if you want to leave, or let's say the affiliate program shuts down, like, what have you actually got?
Exactly. Right.
Because they've told you can't do it. Leave it to the experts. You don't have any followers because you've given them all to them. Like what do you actually have? So this is what I would just take note of. Like
that's a great point, and I 100,000% agree with that. As I tell all my clients, like you said, you're the brand. Like, affiliate marketing, to me, you can look at so many things in different perspectives. To me, affiliate marketing in and of itself is not really even a business. A lot of people I have an affiliate marketing business. It depends what you mean by that, because the business really is you. You're the business. Affiliate marketing is the way you monetize that business. People come to you as the expert of whatever, relationships, weight loss, whatever your expertise is online. And because you don't have your own products yet, you don't have your own coaching yet, I believe affiliate marketing is the best way to start. You don't have to do any credit card processing, any of that stuff. Just send people your recommendations. Hey, you're following me. I think this is the best book you should get. This is the best, protein shake you should buy, whatever. Right. So it's great in the beginning. But like you said, at some point you want to take that audience and you want to progress to the level of coaching. Now I'm confident. I know my thing. I know my stuff. I know a good process to help you get the goal. I'm going to be a coach now. And I think beyond that, the highest level is then you become a course creator, which is what I'm trying to, get into now. But that's the progression. And a lot of these programs, again, you're the battery of the program. You don't have your own brand. They don't care if you build up your own audience. They don't teach you any of that stuff. They're just like, bring us traffic, you know, and that's it. That's your whole job. You trade one job in for another job. I'm pretty sure that's not most people's goal when they get into this business.
Yep, that's it, man. And this is another thing I just say to all of my clients. I say, like, affiliate marketing is, like, probably, in my eyes, is the best business model to make your first 6 figures, right? Because you don't have to create a product, you don't have to do a customer support, you don't have to do all of these extra things. Just focus on the sales and marketing. The less things you can focus on, the faster you can grow.
Right.
But if you want to get to that exponential kind of scale, you want to be looking into transitioning into coaching. So, my program is very much about just teaching them the full scope of everything. I hold nothing back. My clients are doing the exact same things that, 90% of what I'm doing, okay, because obviously they're not coaching, right? But all of the marketing, they're doing the exact same things. And that's just kind of like the way
you're giving them the skills that they need to survive on their own, which a lot of programs don't do.
So literally, if my program disappeared tomorrow, these guys would know exactly what they needed to do to just go out and start promoting the next thing. They've got a framework there. They can sell. They know everything, right? So
that's why affiliate marketing is such a great thing to start with, right? You focus on learning the skills, and after that, you can do whatever. You can be a coach. You can promote another product. Doesn't matter. You have the skills now.
And it's like because I actually started in the consultant space. I actually started with, I joined Sam Ovens' program, and like, once it's one of those fundamental things, once you learn these skills, they can be carried, or even if you change into something else, these skills can be carried to pretty much kind of anywhere. There may be a few tweaks to, tweak it to this niche, but it's like learning to tie your laces, man. Unless you get bashed over the head with like a baseball bat or something, you do forget that, right?
Yeah, right.
Bit of a weird analogy, but
I mean, I get it. Yeah, you could break your entire business right now and start a new one tomorrow, and you have no anxiety whatsoever. It's like, well, sure, whatever.
yeah, absolutely
true. Okay, so I guess like we've been talking a bit about mindset, and I'm really curious, like, what changed in your mindset from, you being in prison to now becoming like a 6-figure earner? Like, what were the major shifts there?
That's a really, really good question. There's a lot of mindset shifts that I had throughout my journey. I guess I would probably shorten it down to belief, just in general, just belief in self, belief in the path that I'm walking. Not a lot of these programs, they offer you kind of footsteps to walk, and they make you feel like you're supposed to be like this, you're supposed to be like that. I encourage everyone, and especially my clients, be yourself, because to Andy's point, building your own brand, right, your own audience. I'm very polarizing, right? I'm the infamous Joel. A lot of people hate me. They can't stand how I carry myself. I curse, I do whatever. It's fine. It's because you'll find your audience. You'll find your voice. You'll find your niche. And some people will hate you. Some people will love you. But those people that love you, they'll carry on. They'll follow you to the ends of the earth. They'll continue to buy all your stuff, your affiliate programs, your all kinds of things. Right. And at the end of the day, you really want to have a business that you're excited to get out of bed and go do it. And if you're like this robot and you're just like doing whatever is like, oh no, David Sharp said I should do this. And you're like, it's like you're so scared of messing up. Don't be like that. Just be yourself. I was in that same vein for a while. I thought I had to be one way. I showed up to a live with like a button-up shirt, and like, that's not me. If you were like, you look so uncomfortable, like, I don't know, that's not my whole thing. I still get people make fun of me, and they're like, oh, well, why do you wear like t-shirts and you don't like ride around in a Lamborghini? It's like, well, that's not me. Like, even if I go to 8-9 figures, I can't see myself like being like nice, like dress shoes and a tie. I was like, that's stupid to me, But definitely be yourself. Biggest mindset shift is just having confidence that you know what you're doing. It's in you. The business is you. The business is already living and dormant inside of you. You just have to peel back the layers and find it. Stop listening to what everybody else is telling you need to do, and just do what you feel good about doing.
Yeah. So that's very Yeah, because like, man, that just resonated with me. I literally found an old website that I built like when I just started, and there's me, you know, suit and tie, like jacket.
I gotta see that. I can't even imagine that.
And like, I feel like I know this is not. There's quite a few people that go through this. You start a business, you're like, yeah, I need to have this suit, I need to have this tie, I need to have this website, I need to have all of these things, and like, you don't need any of that stuff, man. Like, and like, you know, you said people hate you for it, right? And it's like, be yourself, man. On the funnel that I give to my students, we're actually getting rid of it soon. The opt-in page that they use, it has me in a tank top, and I think it was you, Pascal. You had someone basically you were talking to, and didn't he get like, oh my god, like look how unprofessional he is? And it's like, this is like the good thing, because when you do yourself, you attract the people that you want, but you repel the people that you don't want to work with. I would never want to work with someone that's that judgmental over someone wearing a tank top. Right? You know what I mean? So it's all part of the brand. Like, yeah, infamous Joel is ruthless. That's just part of him, and you know, it's the only way to kind of explain him. He's a good guy.
I've had people drop $5,000 for my coaching and only seen one post that I made. Like, they don't know anything else about me. They saw a post where I like said, you know, tired of this bullshit, blah 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 blah, whatever I said, and they said, I love how you tell it like it is. Here's $5,000. You know, I get a lot of clients that come to me and they tell me, well, how do I talk about making money if I haven't made money yet? That's you're thinking about the wrong thing. That's not what people look for online. They're looking for someone they resonate with. They're looking for someone that they can relate to. Just be yourself. Talk about the things that you want to talk about. Make people laugh. You know, whatever you want to do. I didn't make money in the beginning. I had no income to show, and I had people like, oh, well, you're not showing income screenshots. You have no proof, and oh, I'm not, you suck, you know, and it's discouraging. But eventually someone comes out and they like your stuff, and they're like, hey, I like that. Well, I haven't made any money yet. I don't care. I'm going to buy your stuff. That's really what people are looking for. They're looking for someone that they can buy the affiliate thing without you, right? There's no, really, if you think about it, affiliate marketer doesn't even need to exist. I could just go to the link and buy it myself. What do I need you for? I go to you because I relate to you, because I like you, because you entertain me, or you teach me, or you whatever. So focus on that. Focus on delivering that personal value. But if you're not, you know, yourself, like Andy said, just being in his tank top, you know, I'd buy it. I'm like, this guy's awesome, you know. But some people that would repel. That's okay, you know. So be okay with that.
Yeah. And like, I literally had a guy. I was on a call with him about a month ago, maybe a little bit over, and I sent him a friend request on Facebook, and he was like, honestly, I usually just like, I don't even accept them, but for some reason I saw your friend request, I just clicked on your profile. He said, I just started scrolling through, and it was like, damn, like, he's like, I'm not calling you like a liar or anything, but like some of the stuff that you were talking about, it just really kind of resonated with me. And then I like looked at your photos, and you just look like this ordinary guy. And I was like, man, like, I need to. And then he was like, then you kind of reached out to me. He said, that's different because everybody's focused on using bots and stuff. He said, there's actually a human talking to me. And we jumped on a call. Basically, his credit was shot. He did actually attempt to get a loan for the program, but like he basically got disapproved. But yeah, if he would have got approved, he would just give me, you know, money for my program, right? The guy that I've never even spoken to before, Dave King, one of my clients. I sent him a friend request, right? He actually added me on. He had two profiles. He added me on his business one that he just made. I was like, who's this guy? And he basically scrolled through a bunch of my content, literally like scrolled through a bunch of my content, reached out to me in Messenger. And then my program was $2,000 at the time. He literally jumped on a call with me. And like, you know, when you're talking to someone, you just feel like you're not even trying to sell them. You feel like this person's already kind of bought into this, right? It was one of those moments. So I just kind of skipped for it. Boom, boom, boom. Needed a couple of days to, you know, get his credit card together. Bang, join the program for $2,000.
Yeah.
It'd have to do zero selling whatsoever.
Yeah. That's it. That's the key.
For some people, apparently that's heavy lifting.
That's the key. That's it. You got to get your own following. If I start acting like this guy over here, I get scared. I don't. It's like you don't want to be like everyone else. That's kind of the whole brand and the idea behind Infamous. Like my tribe, myself, my people. It's like encourage you, be yourself. Stop trying to fit into a box.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Let me play the devil's advocate here. so why do I not want to have like the more people I could sell to, the more money I would make, right? So why would I not go for all these people and repel some of those people?
Well, because you can't. Because no matter who you are, you're going to get hated, right? Some of the biggest marketers out there, Kevin David. I like Kevin David. A lot of people don't. He gets a lot of hate, a lot. And he's not doing anything wrong. He never curses in his content. He never, talks bad about anyone. He's a nice homegrown Oklahoma boy, right? Like but he still gets people hate. Jesus Christ has haters. There's no way to avoid it. So why not just be happy, right? Mm-hmm. It's actually a really powerful method of marketing, because if you're selling the same stuff, I'll just throw a name out there. It doesn't matter who it is, right? Legendary Marketer. I'm selling Legendary Marketer as an affiliate. And so are you. And so is Andy. And if we're all saying the same thing, we're all using the same scripts, now we're in a red ocean. Now we're competing against each other. Mm-hmm. But when you use your personality and you're not afraid of pissing people off, and you're just, talking how you want to talk, you're going to attract the kind of people that you want to attract. You're now giving them a reason to buy from you. So it's actually a really powerful and kind of advanced marketing tactic. Donald Trump, he used it to become president, right? A lot of people think he's like some idiot. I think he's an idiot savant. Like, some things he's kind of dumb at, but other things like marketing, I think he's a genius. He did a lot of that stuff on purpose to rile up his audience, right? Mm-hmm. That's a marketing tactic. He knew, if I get enough people riled up and fired up to go vote for me, I'm going to win this election. And he did it. And that's all there is to it. It's just, you have nothing else different about you. You're not selling something special. Then use your personality. Mm-hmm. Use your personality to show people, hey, this is why you should buy from me.
Mm-hmm. The mirror is a powerful thing when you discover it, man. It's so simple, but you will attract what you are, right? Mm-hmm. You never want to invest in yourself. You'll find that you'll get the same thing. People will never want to invest in you. Like, if you're someone that does invest, you will find people that will invest in you, right? And it's like, you attract people that are very similar. I see Dave King. He reminds me of myself. He's very straight to the point, doesn't sugarcoat things, says things as it is. Whether it's going to upset you or not, a true friend will tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear, right? And yeah, man.
That's the main thing, yeah. Definitely need that. So hopefully that answered Pascal's question, is that I personally, I wouldn't do that. I would not try to get everyone, because if you try to appeal to everyone, you appeal to no one, right? Because most people are not going to agree on the same things. If you put out there, I think low ticket is the best way to go. I think high ticket is the best way to go. What do you think, Pascal? Both. You're not going to get any of them to sign up with you.
Yeah. And it's like, you look at anyone successful, like literally any industry, music, politics, business, every successful person, they have haters, man.
Yeah.
Like, let's use like Floyd Mayweather, for example.
That's a great example. That's a great. I used to hate him, and now I kind of like him. I'm like, maybe I was wrong.
This guy, he has so much money, right? And he literally doesn't care. He says it as it is, right? Mm-hmm. He's more outspoken than pretty much any other professional person I've ever seen, right? And he gets so much hate for it. But he's just being himself. He's just speaking it as it is. Mm-hmm. So, it is what it is. You could have the nicest person in the world. Let's look at another boxer, Anthony Joshua, very respectful, gets tons of hate. If you're successful, you will get hate from people. That's just how life goes.
He was going to these pay-per-view fights, setting up the fights, and they would sell out the arena. They'd sell out so much pay-per-view revenue. And a majority of the people that bought were there to see him lose. Meanwhile, he was making all the money. They did a study with Howard Stern back in the day, when he was like Howard Stern, like hardcore radio DJ. Not like he is now. He's very calmed down. But back then, he was very raunchy. He was very edgy. And they said, okay, this many people, I don't remember the exact number, so I'm not going to say it verbatim, but this many people watch for a half hour on average, and they like him. And what's the number one reason? They want to hear what he says next, right? And then they said, well, these people over here watch for over an hour on average every day, and they can't stand him. How long do they watch? Over an hour. And they say, well, because I want to hear what he says next. So regardless, the people that hated him, still their eyeballs were glued, or their ears were rather glued to the radio. I want to hear what he says next. This guy makes me so mad. I hate him. What is the next thing he's going to say? It doesn't matter. Controversy is actually a very powerful marketing thing. A lot of people are not thick-skinned enough to do it. I am, but but even if you do it on a small scale, even if you just pick something that you believe in, that you want to talk about more in your content, that could be whatever. That could be some hot button topic. That could be YouTube versus TikTok. Which one is better? Something small like that. Even just picking a side there, you're going to get your people coming in and saying, I agree with you. What do you got to buy? I'm in your tribe now. But if you don't pick a side and you say everything's great and peachy every single day, you're just going to go over people's heads. Nobody's going to hear what you have to say.
Yeah.
Very good point.
Advice there. So, yeah, I have a quick question for you, Joel, as well. Like, because obviously, as you come out of prison, you've obviously made some massive changes in your life. So, you didn't end up kind of going back, right? So, like, my question to you is, like, I'm sure you probably know a bunch of these people as well. Like, a lot of people when they get out of prison, it's the same here in the UK. I know people that kind of go to prison and they come out, they're straight back in. Like, so, like, have you ever been tempted to kind of go back into kind of like,
absolutely. I was of the criminal mind for 30 plus years of my life. That takes, and that's probably another good point for entrepreneurship, right? A lot of, again, with the tactic stuff, a lot of this is personal development too. A lot of this is constantly working on yourself. Because if you want to be this 7-8 figure earner kind of person, there's a lot of internal work that goes on that a lot of people are afraid of. I have to pull up memories. I have to pull up trauma. I have to pull up, and I have a coach that I work with that helps me with that. But that kind of stuff, there's fear. I'm used to just doing things like this. I'm just going to go do that. And I have to catch myself. It's like, no. I'm not that person anymore. I don't want to go do the drugs or this. There's a lot of identity that you have to shift. So if you're not a person of success now, you don't wait till you become a millionaire, a 10-figure, whatever, earn a billionaire. It doesn't matter what you want to become. You don't wait till then and then everything changes. You need to change now. You need to become that person now, that person that's deserving of success, that person that is driven towards their goals, that person that's not making excuses. And that person needs to happen now. And people are, again, hard stuff. People are not willing to do that. They're not willing to change their habits, their thinking, their beliefs, their behaviors. That's a hard thing for a lot of people to do. So to answer your question, and it's a constant struggle, and it's always working on it, always improving in different areas, working on things I tell myself, working on things I believe about myself. That's part of this journey.
Absolutely. The demon's always there. You just gotta learn to silence them. Awesome. So I don't have any more questions for you. Got anything else to ask there, Pascal, at the moment?
One last question. Where, if people want to know more about you, where can they find you?
I would say subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's just my name, The Infamous Joel. You will find me because I'm the only one called The Infamous Joel unless someone stole my name, in which case let me know because I will sue them for copyright. But look for me on YouTube. Got a ton of content, and most of the content on there is stuff you're going to probably pay a lot of money for in these other programs, but I have it right there for you for free on YouTube. I'm a big, giving away a lot of knowledge and stuff like that. So by all means, check me out.
Go check out The Infamous Joel on YouTube. Thank you so much for your time, Joel. You were dropping so many value bombs.
I try.
You did.
For me, it just sounds like rambling. I don't know. Well, I appreciate you guys for letting me show up here and just spew my crap all over the place. I hope your audience really liked it or got some kind of value out of it. And thank you guys for this.
All right, appreciate you jumping on, Joel. It's been great, and we'll catch you guys on the next episode. If any of you got value from this, first of all, don't forget to go subscribe to Joel's channel. Make sure you smash that subscribe button, hit a like and leave a comment down below. So, yeah, we'll catch you next week on the next episode.
Thank you.